top 5 body weight exercises for the quads. What's up guys, Sean here from Breakthrough Bootcamp, and today we're going to go over how to train your legs with no equipment. Specifically the quads, those big muscles in the front part of your thighs. And these are big muscles, they're strong muscles, and they're best trained with heavy weights. But not everyone has access to heavy weight right now, so I'm going to give you 5 great exercises to train those quads without the use of weights. And we're going to do this in a few different ways. You can either manipulate the angle to work the quads, you can slow down the reps, working on the eccentric or the negative part of the rep, or you can increase your reps. And if you put all of these things together, you can get a fantastic leg workout. So honorable mention is going to be a plank leg extension. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to get into a push-up position. Once you're in that push-up position, you're going to bend the knees, push your hips back, keep the knees low to the ground, push your hips as close to your heels as you can, and then explosively drive them into that locked out position. So slow on the way back, explode on the way forward. One of my favorite exercises here, we use this one all the time in our bodyweight bootcamp workouts, but there's a better one later on that I'm going to get to. Make sure you squeeze those quads later at the end of each rep. So number 5 is going to be the reverse Nordic curl or the lean back, depending on how you want to call it. So what you're going to do here is you're going to get into a kneeling position. You can either flex your feet or have them flat on the ground. Have your arms out just for that counterbalance, and then from there, lean back, keep your knees down, back as straight, low as you can, and then come back up. So what this is doing, really working the lengthened or stretched portion of the quads. Would I build this as a foundational element of my quad workout? No, but it's a fantastic accessory movement, whether you do it as a beginning part of your workout or as a finisher or just some accessory work, it still really does burn the quads. So that's number 5, the reverse Nordic curl or the lean back. Number 4, you're going to need an elevated surface for this one, whether it is a couch, a chair, stairs, anything. We all have access to them at home. And this one is the Bulgarian split squat. You've probably heard this one before. You can also load up the weight here. So grab some laundry detergent, any sort of heavy piece of equipment that you have at home, you can substitute for a dumbbell. For this one, what you're going to do is you're going to elevate one foot on that surface, drop your back knee. Remember, slow control here because we don't have heavy weights. So you want to use every single advantage that you have. Drop that back knee so it's about 1 inch off the ground, and then come back up. Foot should be evenly distributed here with the weight, and you want to slow things down on the way down. If you can add equipment or extra weight to this one, it makes it even better. If you want to make it even more quad dominant, stay vertical with your torso, because if you start to angle your torso forward, you're going to end up getting more in the hips and the glutes, which is fine, but not for a quad dominant exercise. So that's the Bulgarian split squat, number 4. Number 3 is just a basic bodyweight squat, except what we're going to do here is we're going to elevate the heels. By elevating the heels, what you do is you take away the ankle and calf restrictions, allowing you to get down lower and more vertically. Because anytime we're working the quads, what you're really trying to do is you're really trying to maximize the knee flexion and then extension. So I'm using a plate here, but you can use literally anything. You can use 2 dumbbells, anything that you can elevate your heels on. You don't even need to be too wide here. Watch how low I'm able to get here. We go nice and slow. Knees come forward. I know it goes against everything you've heard with the squats, and you come up. And just like the Bulgarian split squat, with this one you can add some extra weight. So by elevating the heel, it allows you to get down deeper. It also allows your knees to come forward more, which is going to emphasize your quads more. So much better than just a regular bodyweight squat. With the heels elevated, it becomes more of a quad dominant variation. So that's number 3, the heel elevated bodyweight squat. Number 2 is another squat variation. This one is called the sissy squat, but don't let the name fool you. You might need something for balance here. Otherwise, you can do it without any sort of piece of equipment. You're going to stay on your tippy toes. The goal for this one is to push your knees as far forward as you can while leaning your body back. So I'm going to use this for balance here. Start on the tippy toes, drive your knees forward, lean the body back, and then come up and extend. Stay on the tippy toes the whole time. So lean back, knees forward, come up. Slow on the way down. Notice none of these exercises are done with a lot of speed because we don't have the weight to use, so we have to create a much more exaggerated eccentric or negative part of each exercise. So the sissy squat is one of the most underrated exercises you can do at home if you don't have any equipment. That is number 2. And then number 1 is the standing leg extension. I talked about the plank extensions as the honorable mention. This one, if you have access to a band, it is a fantastic exercise. One of the best exercises you can do for your quads. Even if you don't have the band, you can do it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like with the band. So if you do have a band, you wrap it around. The heavier or thicker the band, the better. Wrap it around the back part of your legs, so it's just under your knees, right on the top part of your calves. You're going to have something to put your hands on here. The farther back you go, the harder it's going to be. Stay on your tippy toes, drive those knees forward, almost they're touching the ground, and then fully extend. The most important thing with these type of exercises is 2 parts. One is taking your time going slow on the way down so the knee almost touches the ground. But 2 is that mind muscle connection, that when the legs are fully extended, that you're squeezing your quads as hard as you can. So when you come up to this position, squeeze those muscles, come back down. If you don't have a band, exact same thing. Knees forward, and then extend. But using a band almost simulates using a pair of dumbbells or a barbell by adding that extra resistance. So it does make a big difference. So hope that helps, guys. Number 5 is the reverse Nordic curl. Number 4, Bulgarian split squats. Number 3, elevated squats. Number 2, sissy squats. And number 1 is the standing leg extension. Hope that helps. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, as usual, drop them in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite leg exercise is without any equipment in the comments below. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next week.